Hello there, lovelies. Welcome back to my new channel, Snow Star Tarot. And in today's reading, we're going to be taking a sneak peek into 2026. And we're looking at the influences that are coming in relating to your career and finances. So you will find the timestamps below the video, or if you want to keep listening, I'll guide you through how to choose the reading that's most appropriate for you. So you can start by taking a deep breath to center yourself and close your eyes if it helps. And think about 2026. Think about your job, your work, your career, your bank balance, money that you want to receive. Think about all those things and what they mean to you and what you would like to see coming in. Think about your hopes and dreams in relation to these areas. And then when you feel ready, open your eyes and see which of the readings stands out to you, or if there's more than one reading, you can listen to more than one. Now, these are general messages, so they might not all resonate with you. Leave anything behind that doesn't feel right. If you need longer to choose, then pause the video and I'll see you in the readings. Hello there, Group 1. You chose this lovely card, number 27, Breath. It also says life in really small writing there. And it's an image of this woman, and this looks like, I could be wrong, but it actually looks like a human heart. And this is giving me the immediate sense for you, Group 1, that 2026 is going to be focused around you following your heart in relation to your work and career. So it could be that you've been asking some questions about your work, about your job, about what you spend your time doing in relation to your work, a home business, career, however that resonates with you. And maybe you've been thinking that it doesn't fulfill you, or it doesn't feel quite right, or maybe it drains you at the end of each day. Maybe you want to make a difference in the world and what you're doing at the moment doesn't align with that. So 2026 is going to be primarily concerned about you getting in touch with what's in your heart. Now, I just noticed something interesting, and I always bring up things that I notice in the reading because they're always relevant for that particular reading. And we're talking about the year 2026 in this reading, but on this card, it's the number 27. And I got the sense immediately when I saw that any changes that you're wanting to make are, it's like you're going to be implementing them or thinking about them or planning them during 2026 to make way for a big change that is going to come in 2027. So 2026 is going to be a year where you are aligning yourself with your values, your beliefs, with what's in your heart, with what fills you up, with what brightens your day. You might have so far, in relation to your work, you might have so far been focusing on just earning the money, paying the bills, doing something because you know it's steady or it's there. And you're starting to realize over this next year, or maybe even now, that this isn't right for you, that you want more than that you want to feel fulfilled at the end of the day, that you want to make a difference. Maybe you're realizing that what you really want to do is to help people or be of service in some way. And that's what you're going to be unlocking in 2026. And I feel, as I say, that this is going to be getting you ready for something bigger in 2027. So like in 2026, you're going to be laying the groundwork. You're going to be creating a strong and stable foundation to put your plans into action. Making big changes like this, they don't just happen overnight. They take a lot of groundwork to make sure that when the change comes in, it's going to stick around, because this is going to be something that you really want, that you want to align yourself to, because it fills you up, because it fills you with energy rather than draining you. And this is going to be a year where you are getting in touch with what you really love to do. And that's going to require you to take a few chances here and there, stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying new things to see what you like, because you might not really know at the moment what it is that you like. And that is an exciting time for you over this next year, Group 1. Right, we're going to get some more cards now and see what other influences are coming in relating to this. I do get the sense from the image of this person in the card, it's like you might have been going through work up until now where you've been on autopilot, and it's maybe the sort of job that you could do in your sleep, you know, and it's not exciting you. You don't feel motivated. And this is what's inciting this need for change, for movement, for something better, for something rewarding. We all really want that, don't we? We don't want to be going to work every day, feeling miserable, feeling like we're not getting anywhere, like our time isn't worth anything, you know? So this is your time over this next year, Group 1, to get in alignment, get in touch with what is inside of you. What do you feel passionate about? We've got 20, rock. We've got 32, marine life. 26, pressure, and number 1, north. Do you know what? I'm getting the feeling from all of these 4 cards that I have just chosen for you that there is going to be a need for deep diving into your heart, into your mind, into your subconscious, maybe even deep diving into the past, where you are going on this journey to discover what it is that wants to come out for you. I'm getting the sense for you, Group 1, that this, what you're moving into over the next year or two, is connected with your purpose, or more to do with an inner calling. That's more accurate, actually, where it may be that you feel like you're being activated into a deeper purpose, a deeper sense of making meaning out of life, you know, where you want to unlock something. You know that you've got this potential inside of you and you aren't sure what it is, or you might have an idea or a clue, but you don't know how to go about getting there. Well, this next year, 2026, it's all going to be about you finding your way, about you finding this path. Now, this endurance card here, I'm getting the sense from this energy that this is something you need to do on your own. You might be tempted to ask other people's opinions or bounce some ideas off other people in relation to this about what they think you should do or what they think is right for you. But you know what? Nobody knows you better than yourself, Group 1. Nobody knows what is inside of you. Nobody knows what is going to fill your heart with joy. Only you know that. And this is a journey that you do need to take on your own. And I do get this sense that it's maybe something that you need to keep to yourself, at least for the time being, you know, while you're exploring this new path. And I certainly feel that there are some people around you that wouldn't respond well to the information that you might want to share with them. So I'm getting this sense from Spirit, where Spirit is saying, please hold back from saying certain things to certain people and just keep things under wraps for now, and Spirit's saying until you actually start changing, making the changes, doing what it is that you want to do. I feel like this is a journey that you are going on alone. That doesn't mean that you need to take yourself off alone for the whole of the next year. I'm not talking about that. This is about you thinking and feeling your way through this new path that's opening up to you in your own time and space, and keeping things to yourself, because there are so many people around that, while they might be well-meaning or not, you know, some people aren't, it could be that the things, everybody's got an opinion. Everybody will have advice. Some people won't understand what you're wanting to do and might try to talk you out of it, and all of that. So Spirit's saying, just keep things to yourself while you're sorting your way through all of this. This lovely marine life card, it's so vibrant and full. And this gives me this sense of a rich inner world. Like it's you like needing to get inside of yourself to discover. Like I'm seeing all the different fish and all of this marine life in this card as all this untapped potential inside of you, untapped skills or talents, things that you don't know about yourself. There could be one or more skills or talents that you haven't tried yet that you're actually really good at and you actually really like to do. And I feel that over 2026, you are going to be diving deep into this marine life image to discover all of this wonder that is inside of you, Group 1, to discover the things that you want to do that light you up. And, this is going to take some trial and error. So don't worry if you're doing some things and then you think, no, this isn't right, don't like it. Don't worry about that. Let it go and try something else. One thing that I often say to people if they're not sure about what it is that's really deep in their heart, their thing, their unique thing for them, is like, what drew you in as a child? What did you like to do as a child? If you can't remember, ask Spirit to work with you with this and ask Spirit to unlock those memories so that you can remember what it was that was in your mind, in your subconscious when you were a child. When I was very young, when I look back, it always makes me chuckle. But I believed that magic was real and my parents bought me a magic set and I was so gutted to find out that they were tricks. I thought that magic truly existed in the world and that really shattered me as a child. And for a long time, I stopped believing in magic, but then I realized that magic is all around us all the time, and it isn't to do with a magic set. It's about the magic, the awe, the miracles, the blessings in life. Those are magical things. And I discovered magic in a new way in my life. And I also, when I it was more to do with secondary school age. So like from the age of 10 onwards, I was fascinated by the supernatural, by ESP, by ghosts and psychic powers. And I was determined to be a medium, to talk to dead people and to be telepathic and to be able to read people's minds and pick up information that other people didn't know. It's like I knew deep in my soul that that's what I wanted to do. And so I was fascinated with it, but from that age onwards, and I was always getting books out of the library. So I knew that I wanted to do this that I'm doing now. And I've had time away from my other channel from YouTube doing readings for like a year, I think it was. And I needed that time to focus on my well-being, but I started to miss doing the readings. I really started to miss it. It's a part of who I am, so go back into your childhood, Group 1, and discover what is a part of you that you might have locked away. Was there something that you enjoyed doing at school that maybe drifted out of your school life at some point? Maybe it was shut down for some reason. That can happen at school. We can feel intimidated or lose our confidence in something if we hit some challenges and then just walk away from it. I did that with another thing that I like to do. When I was at school, I put the barriers up and didn't go back to it until later in my life. So, we all go through experiences like that. So it can be hard to tap into what's in your heart, because we often put up walls by things that scare us or frighten us or worry us or confuse us or challenge us. So this is a year of like deep exploring, deep diving into yourself, into your psyche, into your heart, into your past. Wherever the information is, it is in there waiting to be discovered by you for what is going to help you. Because I feel that this path that you are going to be moving onto, it's going to lead to a lot of abundance in your life. And I'm not just talking about money. I am referring to money, but I'm talking about other abundance, like good feelings, feeling contented and joyful and satisfied with what you're doing every single day. Because there's that saying, when we love what we do for work, we don't work a day in our lives, because what we're doing every day is what we love to do, and it isn't work. Work implies something that is hard and requires a lot of effort and, all of that. It feels heavy and it takes a long time and it's full of stress. But that isn't, when you're doing what you love, that isn't work at all. It's joy, and that's what you're getting aligned with in 2026. This unusual card here, pressure, it also says transformation. I feel that this is relating to something that is bubbling inside of you that needs to be released. It needs to be expressed. You're not going to feel right until you discover what this is, until you start to take these steps in this direction. It's like you might feel at the moment like, maybe you feel like you're in a pressure cooker, or maybe you feel like there is a lot of pressure on you. So it's feeling like you need to explode. You need to let off some steam. You need to let something out of you. And that could come in many forms, like you're feeling so burdened. You feel like you're going to implode or explode, or you've got something building up inside of you that needs to come out. So this pressure, this is something that will be released over this next year for you. This is card number 26. And this is for the year 2026. So you've got 26 and you've got 27. So you've got this symbol here, this sign of the numbers here of moving forward, of needing to move forward, of needing to make a change. So there's something that needs to give, something that needs to change or needs to end in your life over 2026 for you to bring in this wonderful change that's coming on. This number 1 card here, the North card, this is this new beginning, this new direction. This is you towards the end of the year, or certainly towards the second half of the year, where you are discovering your true north. You realize finally what it is that is your deepest calling, and this is going to excite you. It's bringing in so many wonderful feelings. I can feel them. It's going to lift you up, and it's going to fill you with energy and make you feel really excited about the steps that you want to take to create this life for yourself, because it isn't going to happen without you taking the steps to do it, Now, let's get some more cards. Get some from the Lenormand deck to see what other influences are coming in over 2026 for you. These cards are really good for the significations relating to this year of transformation for you. Oops, I'm going to get one more. That one. So the first 2 fell out. We have got, upside down, we've got the letter, the key. We have got the coffin. I'll put that in the middle. The ring and the fox. Interesting cards, love them. The fox. This is the Lenormand deck. So symbolically, all of these cards have symbolic meanings. The fox can relate to the day-to-day, and it can relate to work. So it's day-to-day activity. This ring above the fox here, this is about a commitment or a completion. So these 2 cards very much here relate to you deciding what commitment you want to make in your work, what it means to you, what new commitments you want to bring in, what old commitments you want to let go of. This fox energy here is also about you, because the fox is like a very protective energy that will always take care of its family, even if it means doing things that it doesn't want to do. And I feel that could relate to an energy that has been with you previously and possibly at the moment, where you have been doing things because, for other people. But 2026 is going to be this year for you, Group 1, for you to unlock your true potential and do something for you. And you can still take care of those that you love while doing this. And this is why I mentioned at the beginning that it might be better to keep your plans to yourself, because there will be those that might judge you for making these changes. Just keep things under wraps for now. Be self-interested, because the fox can be self-interested. So be self-interested in relation to this, you know, because you are in the stages of planning an amazing change in your life, and you need to do that without the opinions and advice of other people. We've got the coffin card here as well, which is wonderful for in relation to what I was talking about with the True North card, the number 1, the beginning card. So you've got this ending coming in first, bringing in this new beginning, and the ring, which is completion and commitment. So those tie in so wonderfully. During 2026, you could have some things that wrap up, that come to a natural end as you focus on making changes, because for some of you, it might be that you need to make the changes gradually. For example, if you want to go off on your own and start your own business, you could employ those changes gradually, where you could maybe start to do things on a part-time basis in your spare time, building up this new business. And then as the new business gradually builds up, you realize that you can get to the point where you can leave your old work behind. Okay. So that could be relevant for some of you. For some of you, it could mean, going back to college or taking a class while you learn new skills so that you can put those into practice as the year progresses. It's going to be different for each of you. These 2 cards on the left-hand side, the letter and the key. I'm getting a strong message here from Spirit about setting your intentions, about focusing on what your wishes and dreams are, and getting those intentions really clear in your mind. Write them down on a piece of paper or tap them onto the laptop, though I do recommend using an actual pen and paper, because that unlocks the creative side of our brain so much more easily than tapping on a screen. So try to use pen and paper and just let yourself write without censoring what you're writing. Just open yourself up and just start writing words and let it flow, whatever is coming out. Ask yourself what's in your heart. You can do this technique if you aren't sure what is in alignment with you, you know, what it is that you really enjoy doing. Just start by writing down things that you've liked to do in the past and just let it flow. Because Spirit's saying by doing this act of writing something down, it will open up something inside of you, so this information can start to flow and you can become really connected to it and tune into what is in your heart and soul. This key is a wonderful symbolism, symbology, both of those words. And the number 33 is very relevant here, also with the number 8. So first of all, the key relates to the answers and solutions, and it can also be about unlocking your dreams and making a wish come true. Okay. Very, very positive sign. So this is you getting the answers in 2026 about what you need to do, about what is in your heart, what is going to fill you up. Those are the answers coming for you, which will come if you start writing it down. 33 is a wonderful number of balance. That means you really getting in touch with doing something that can put you in service and to help people, because that is what is going to fill you up the most, Group 1. Being in service to others, doing something that you love that will help other people is like, it brings in all this abundance and wonderful energy that will fill up your life in the years to come in ways that you can't imagine now. And this is what will bring in the wealth, the financial wealth. Because if you've been struggling with finances, it's because you're not in touch with your true potential and you're not following your heart. And that is your key to success. Group 1, you've got the key there. And that number 8 card, the 8 of diamonds, 8 is about your success. This is about karma coming into play. What you reap what you sow. Get that the right way round. We reap what we sow. If you sow those good seeds, you will reap your just rewards in many, many ways. That is the karma symbol of the number 8. Number 8 can relate to great successes and great adventures and all good things coming back to you. It's also an energy of energy itself and empowerment and confidence. You've got the number 8 there, I notice as well. 26, that is also a number 8. And we've got quite a bit of synchronicity with the numbers. Let's just have a quick look. We've got a 9 there and a 9 there and a 9 there. That is a 9. Yeah, you've got some wonderful synchronicity. 9 is this number of endings. You're getting to a point in 2026 where you've learned everything that you needed to learn about your current path in relation to your job, to your career, to how you earn money, because that is all changing. How you earn your money, that is what is going to be changing. There might be some times during 2026 where you feel a little bit uncertain because there could be some big risks that you're going to take. But the number 8 energy that I've spoken about says it is okay to take a leap because spirit is there to catch you, and you will feel it in your gut feelings, in your intuition, in your heart, which are the risks that are the right ones to take and which are the ones that don't feel right. Really pay attention to how your body reacts to the different choices ahead of you, because when something feels light and uplifting, then that's the right path for you. If it feels heavy and it weighs you down and it pulls the energy from you, that is not the right path for you. Okay, I'm going to get a few more cards for some more messages. This is a massive year of expansion for you, Group 1, in relation to your career. And as I say, this isn't just about work for you anymore. This is about your calling. So we have got number 18, new experiences and possibilities. That is absolutely wonderful for this reading, isn't it? That is what you're going to be doing, exploring new experiences and possibilities for 2026 so that you can discover what is right for you. We have got 16 inner truths. Yeah, I feel that relates to you discovering your own inner truth. And as I said, not deferring to other people to ask for their opinion. Discover your own truth about what is right for you, okay? Because only you can answer those questions. We'll get one more card. We have got 41 being service. How funny is that? Because I've mentioned that more than one. For you to find your true north and to find what really fills you up, you need to be in service to others, Group 1. When you are doing what you love, helping other people, okay? I really hope that you have enjoyed that reading. I hope it's of help to you in 2026. Thank you for listening, Group 1, and sending you love from my heart to yours. Take care now. Hello there, my lovelies. Welcome to Group 2's reading. You chose the number 38, the Aware card. So this card relates to criticism and judgment. So the message I'm getting in relation to your career and finances in 2026 is that there could be quite a bit of worry around these areas in your life. It could be that you've been having a little bit of a hard time with your finances, or you've been struggling with your career. Oh, Lily is in the background here. Looks like she might come into the reading. No, we'll just wait a moment. Yeah, so I feel like I'm getting the sense that you may have been putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You may have been hard on yourself, like currently, maybe in the previous year as you're listening to this reading. So the energy, like one of the main influences of 2026 for you, is Spirit is saying to lighten up, to not be so hard on yourself, not allow yourself to speak to yourself with harsh words, with unkind words. I feel as though there needs to be a lot of care and understanding for you to give to yourself during 2026 in relation to these aspects of your life. I'm also getting the message that there could be one or more people around you in your work environment that aren't a positive influence on you and are maybe putting you in a position that makes you feel feel like you aren't good enough, or you feel as though you can't stand up for yourself, or you can't say what you need to say. There might be somebody that is talking badly about you or putting you down to your face or behind your back. I'm getting this sense of a difficult, how should I put this? Like a difficult obstacle to face that is there for you to overcome in 2026. I feel that it's there already, and you know what I'm talking about at the moment, Group 2, where Spirit is saying in 2026, this is something that you can overcome. It's about you discovering how to speak to yourself nicely, better, how to love yourself, how to be kinder to yourself. Because I feel that if there is a situation around you where others are being harsh to you, maybe judging you or criticizing you, they are in a way reflecting what you believe, what you're thinking, how you see yourself. Where you don't see yourself as good enough, others are doing that around you to show you that, to show you what you think about yourself. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm going to get some more cards to get some more information about this energy. There she is. There's Lily. She has decided to come into the reading, and you know what? That is so relevant for your reading, Group 2, because that lovely card has just jumped out. The cat energy. Goodness me, the cats are one of those creatures who know so well how to take care of themselves. They put themselves first, don't they? They have very strong boundaries. They are assertive when they need to be. They are not afraid to tell you no. Do you know what I mean? And they are so nurturing. This feminine archetype energy is very nurturing, and that's what the cats are really good with. They take care of themselves. They groom themselves. The mothers, like Lily has been a mom to many kittens. She was so loving to them, so nurturing. And that is the energy that is coming in for you in 2026 in relation to what you think and believe about yourself, in relation to your job and your earning capacity. So I feel that this is the beginning of a transition for you, where you can make some positive changes in the future if you so wish to do, where you can move away from these harsher energies. But this all revolves around how you see yourself, because whatever is going on externally for you in your job, and like what's happening with your money, it's a reflection of how you see yourself. And the only way that you can change what's going on externally is to change how you see yourself. So the key here is to take on this lovely cat energy and nurture yourself, love yourself, tune into your intuition more rather than listening to the harsh words of others. I'm going to get a few more cards. Lily is just staying put, bless her. Oh, Lily, thank you for bringing your lovely energy into this reading. Let's see what else she does. Let's see what we've got then. So that was the first card to come out. The number 1, begin. Hello, Lily, thank you. That card is symbolised with the light. Can you see that? Light is this lovely energy of truth and hope and optimism and positivity and success. And this card is like, because the snowflakes, no, not snowbells and snowflakes. Snowbells, they are snowbells, aren't they? No, they're snowdrops, aren't they? They're snowdrops. That's the name of the flower there. I couldn't think of it for a minute there. They are usually the first signs of spring. And I feel like you have been going through a winter phase in your career and your finances. Oh, look at Lily. Where you might have been felt like you were left out in the cold, like nothing much has been happening. Nothing has been changing. You might have felt a little bit stuck, or you might even have felt like you've been going through a winter phase where you've needed to take some time out, where you've needed some downtime to rest and recover. I mean, you know, the winter phase can feel quite dark and cold and lonely, can't it? But this is a really positive sign for you, Group 2, because this is the begin card, and this is the new energy that is coming in for you in 2026, where things are going to start picking up and feeling better, and you can have a think about what it is that you want to change about your life. And that starts with you changing how you see yourself, how you feel about yourself, and how you treat yourself. We've got 34, Sanctuary, and another blue card there. Number 30, Transformation. Lovely energies. This 34 Sanctuary card is a message of staying away from anything that feels like it could be chaotic. So if there are people in your work environment that feel like the chaotic energy here of the weather, we've got a tornado there, we've got these stormy waves on the ocean. So this card is saying, remain in this little bubble of peace and tranquility. Close yourself off from the chaotic energies around you. You do not need to engage in them. And also the message I'm getting here is anything from the past that has related to you feeling like you weren't good enough. It's time to move away from those energies and not to keep letting those thoughts, those negative thoughts, take a hold of you. Practice going into this little bubble of tranquility and peace, and maybe see yourself in this beach image here, sitting on this lovely white sand and listening to the lapping sounds of the sea there. I feel that there is this need in your work environment for you to find a way to cultivate this peaceful energy and to bring harmony into your life at work during 2026, because this is what will help you to see things a lot more clearly and to stay away from the chaos there. This transformation card, that ties in really well with that lovely begin card, where you've got this wonderful energy of transformation coming in 2026, where you've got the opportunity to change things around, for you to recognize that you are this beautiful swan with the halo around the head, which symbolizes light and clarity and truth, where you can see things, understand things more clearly, where you can see yourself more clearly. So there is this strong influence of transformation. And for some of you, especially with this begin card, this is going to signify a new job, or you at least looking for a new job and thinking about what change you want to make in your career, so that you can have a more stable situation that doesn't feel like it's an upheaval or chaos all the time. Because I feel that anything like that, the upheaval and the chaos around you, it is reflecting what's going on inside of you. So 2026 is a year where you can go within to start looking at this inner chaos or inner instability that has been creating an environment that you don't want to be in. It's like 2026 is this year where you start making these changes, where you notice this going on and you're thinking to yourself, this has to change. Lily's just jumped on the table beside me. This has to change. It is time for you to make a difference, for you to change things. It's time for you to turn things around. We've got the 12 teamwork card. Now, I'm getting the sense here of a couple of messages. First of all, I'm picking up an energy of you connecting with spirit and asking for help. Where we've got these little fireflies here, because if you feel like you are feeling a little bit overworked or overburdened, or you feel like this is too big a problem for you to deal with on your own, don't fret about going through this on your own. Ask for help. Speak to people that you trust in your life, those that are closest to you. See a therapist if that helps, or find someone that you can really trust, that you can talk to about things. To help you make some positive changes in your life, or maybe to help you start on doing this inner work where you see yourself in a more truthful light, where you start to see the amazing being that you actually are, and find a way to stop beating yourself up or stop with the negative self-talk and the criticism. Because remember, when others are doing that to us, it happens to us all. When people in our lives are doing that to us, it's because they are mirroring what we think about ourselves, what we already believe. So it is a time for that to change for for you in 2026. And that's how you can cultivate a better work life and a better financial and more stable situation. Because I am picking up on the influence that your financial situation hasn't been very stable, or you've looked at it as being unstable. But again, that relates directly to your beliefs around money. And this is something that you can correct in time. It's about rewiring your mind and changing the beliefs that you have around money. I can see 2026 as a pivotal year for you, where you start to implement some positive changes that are going to make a difference in your life moving forward. Now, the other message that I'm getting with this teamwork card here is that there will be some opportunities for you to join with people in a good way, relating to your work, where you can engage in some projects that uplift you, or where you can start doing something. It might not be in your work, but it could be work related, or a project that you're doing, or maybe you're wanting to do something separately from work that involves other people, groups of people, and it's going to be something very positive that lifts you up. That's the message I'm getting from this. Like collaborations or networking, that kind of thing. Or maybe you want to join a group that is going to help you to open up your mind or expand yourself in some way, in a really good way. I'm going to get some more cards now. I think we'll get... Actually, we'll get some of these from the Akashic Tarot. Get that one and that one, that one, that one, and that one. We have got Four of Forces, Spring, Autumn, great card. Number 2, the Akashic Library. Are they going to fit in? We've got number 1 of Scrolls on Track, and 11, the Ark of the Covenant. You've got some, the Akashic Library and the Ark of the Covenant are really big energies here about you really needing to tap into your inner self, your own inner wisdom, to dig deep. The Ark of the Covenant here can sometimes relate to karma. So what's going on around you in your work environment could be quite karmic, where you have been maybe learning some really deep lessons, big life lessons through your work that might have been quite difficult for you to go through. Maybe you've had a boss that doesn't see you in a positive light, or maybe they're quite nitpicking or critical, or always picking fault with your work, or there could be someone at work that's doing that. And this experience has been you learning some valuable lessons that you can empower yourself with how you see your own self, not with how others see you, and to change the way that you see yourself. And that will be reflected in the people around you. This feels like quite a karmic lesson that you might have been experiencing in more than one areas of your life. So not just with work, but in other areas of your life, like with other relationships, for example. And this number 2 here, the Akashic Library card here, this is about you, if it resonates with you, to spend some time in meditation and to connect with spirit and ask to be shown the possibilities of what your path, the path that lies ahead for you, what you can achieve with your life if you want to put in that inner work to make the changes that need to be made. This lovely Spring and Autumn card here is a wonderful sign that ties in with the Begin card, because this is a spring energy here on the top. So this is a sign of a new beginning for you in 2026. And as I mentioned, some of you could even get a new job, which will be better for you. You might be ready karmically to move away from these existing energies. Or as the year progresses and you make these positive changes to yourself, you'll then see that reflected in your outer environment, where you then attract better work situations to you, a better financial situation as well. And the people around you at work might also, the way that they see you, the way that they treat you improves, because you are changing yourself at the very core level. Do you see what I mean, Group 2? And then this number 1 Scrolls on track card. This is a lovely positive sign. You've got 2 number 1 energies here, haven't you? And you've got an 11 and 11. So the 1 and the 11s are very strong in this reading, which signify a new beginning. And this is about you heading off in a new direction and things. This is also a reminder from Spirit that what's happening to you, it's not happening by accident. And the things that have been happening to you have been part of your soul's blueprint for you to learn some really big lessons and to realize that you are a divine being of pure light and pure energy, and that you are pure love, and that the negative things that you've been believing about yourself, they just aren't true. The negative energy, it belongs elsewhere. It belongs to others that have put that on you, whether that is at a personal level it could be friends, family, or it could be society in general, or just the negative beliefs that are programmed into this reality. It is time for you to break free of that, Group 2, in 2026 and create a better work environment and a more stable financial situation for yourself. Okay, let's get a couple of these from the Lormond deck. One has just, sure, a card spun around then. No, it did a full turn. I thought there was one that spun around. Oh, there it is. I thought that was the case. I'll get another one in. Oh, there's another. We've got a few. So these have all fallen out. We've got 12, which is the birds. 9 is the flowers. 24, the heart. 22, the crossroads. 22, that's a big interesting number, especially on the 11 card. 1122, that is big changes going on in your life in 2026 that relates to your life purpose. So these are big changes that relate to like a kind of a bit of a spiritual awakening, where you see things more clearly, where you become more clear on the path ahead, on the path that you want to take. And 22, this is about making a difference, like implementing things physically. This is you taking action. This number 12 card, this can signify a little bit of anxiety, but it can also relate to chatter and gossip and worry, but also electronic energy like emails, communication, that kind of thing. So all of those aspects could be quite key for you in relation to your work in 2026, where you might feel a little nervous, or you might feel that there's a lot of gossip going on at work and you need to take a step back from it. Remember to stay in that little bubble, that lovely beach scene there, stay out of that energy. That might be because the birds can also relate to intuition. And I mentioned that before about listening to your intuition, going within yourself. The flowers here is a lovely energy, especially with it being next to the heart. This is a sign of, it's giving me the sense of receiving help and seeing the silver lining in a dark cloud, and this energy of the heart is about remembering to connect to the energy of the heart and not to listen to this negativity. So this flowers energy, I'm getting the sense that it's like a gift, receiving a gift out of a difficult situation. So a blessing in disguise, if you like. When we go through challenging situations, they can be hard to go through, and it's hard to see sometimes why they're happening in our lives. But at the end of it, when we look back, we can often see the gifts that we got from the situation, the lessons that we've learned, and how the changes that we can make in our lives to improve things. And that's what I feel 2026 is all about for you, Group 2, with your work and career and your money situation. It's about seeing the lessons that you are learning and things improving for you, and you moving past those darker times, those harder times, into a better energy where you are coming more into your heart energy and listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, and not listening or not attaching to that negativity that relates to old ideas or negative beliefs, that old energy that is no longer needs to be a part of you as you move forward. The crossroads here this is like asking you the question, who do you want to be? What do you want in your life? Which path do you want to take? Do you want to take this better path where you are kinder to yourself, where you speak nicely to yourself, where you give yourself lots of love? Or do you want to keep listening to this negative talk, the negative criticism from others, the gossip and all of that? There are two paths here. One is not good for our sense of well-being and inner peace, but it does bring big lessons with it. So that's the blessing from that difficult path. But the better path is like taking a step above that and rising above that energy and not lowering yourself to other people's lower energies where they are negative and critical and judgmental and gossipy, you know. So I feel that for some of you at least, there could be that energy at work or in the work environment in some way. And 2026 is giving you the opportunity to step out of that and to take that higher path. Yay. And especially as you've got these spiritual numbers of the 11 and the 22, that is asking you to take this higher path. Let's just get a few more cards, some advice cards from Spirit about work, about your life path. We have got make it work. You have all the tools you need to succeed, but you have to put in the effort. You excel at working with your hands and fixing problems. So yes, you do have all the tools you need, Group 2. You've got everything that you need already inside of you to become the person you want to become, to make the changes that you want to make. But you do need to put in the effort. So you are the one that needs to make these plans, take this action, take these steps, engage in this positive self-change. You are the one that can make it happen by taking positive action. Yay. We've got relationships. Business partners, office, love, affairs and communication with co-workers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. Isn't that interesting? I've mentioned that, haven't I, about other people? And you've got the teamwork card here, which relates to other people. Yeah, I feel that other people are very key or have been very key in your work environment with what has been going on for you. And this card is reminding you to choose really well the people that you spend time with and choose very carefully what you listen to from other people. Look for those that are coming from a positive perspective or from love, those that are coming from their heart. And those are the people that you want to align yourself with, okay? And we've got direction that ties in with this on track card. How lovely. Your purpose is unfolding slowly, step by step as you go along. Yes, this is the year for that change to happen for you in 2026 Group 2, where things are going to come to you bit by bit. So there's no need to hurry or worry. You are being divinely guided. That is wonderful. Spirit is reminding you everything is on track, as it says on that card. Nothing is going wrong. This is all happening in divine time as it is meant to for your own personal growth. So I really hope you have a wonderful 2026 with your career and your money situation. It is improvement is on the cards for you, Group 2, but it is up to you to look within, to look at what needs changing, to look how you can be nicer to yourself so that you can make these wonderful changes to make your life better. So thank you so much for listening, Group 2. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm sending you love from my heart to yours. Take care. Hello there, Group 3. You have chosen the number 33 Exceptionality card. That is an amazing card to have for this reading. Goodness me. So with this relating to your career and finances in 2026, what I see here is something really amazing happening for you in 2026. The card itself, this is a figure here that is balancing. Oh, Lily's coming into the reading. Hello, Lily, sweetheart. It's balancing on his finger on the table. So doing something quite exceptional, as the card says. So in 2026, Group 3, there is something amazing happening for you in your work life, in your career life, where something that you've been working really hard towards for quite a long time is coming to fruition. And I feel as though you're going to get really noticed for what you've been doing. It's like you've got a talent or a gift or an ability that really makes you stand out. And I feel that you've been putting a lot of time and energy into cultivating this in the past. And 2026 is this year for when it comes to fruition, for you. With regards to finances as well, I see a lot of reward for you. I see recognition. I see you being known or getting yourself out there, because the number 33 on that card, I mean, that is a beautiful number in numerology. It's the number 11 and 22 added together. So you've got both of those influences there where you have been discovering your purpose, your calling. That relates to the number 11, the thing that it is you are really good at, the thing that fills you up the most. And it's something that you can do to be of service to others, because that is the other influence of number 33. It's being of service to others. And the 22 number, when we add that to 11, we get the 33, as I say. So the 22, this is about something big that you're bringing into the world, something meaningful, something fulfilling for you. It's about you putting the steps, the plan in place to make that happen. And in 2026, it is happening. So this is something on a really big scale for you. And if it's something that you've been working towards for quite a long time and it's been taking a while to come in, it's because you haven't been ready for it in many ways, and Spirit has been working with you to get you ready. But 2026 is the year that that all comes in. Now, one of the other influences with the number 33 is that it can sometimes mean that we make big sacrifices to be of service. But you know what? I'm not picking that up in a very big way with you. Group 3, I feel like you've already made the sacrifices to get where you are now, and that this 3-3 energy is a lovely energy of balance and harmony. And so with regards to finances, this is where you're at the point where income and outgoings is nice and balanced. You're feeling good about your finances. You're feeling good about what you're earning. And I don't see any financial sacrifices taking place. I feel that this is the year is when you are reaping the rewards of all the hard work and effort that you have already put in as you're listening to this reading. This is a big year for you, where things are going to take off for you in a big way, and people are going to notice you by what you can do. For some of you, this will relate to you really putting yourselves out there into the world. For others of you, it could be to do with being really noticed in the company that you work for. Or for some of you, it could relate to your community. Maybe if you've got a self-employed business that's local, you know, it could be getting a lot of recognition locally for you. So it depends on your own personal circumstances as to how this will come in. I'm going to get some more cards and see what other energies we've got for you in 2026 for your career and finances. We've got that one there is 34 strangers. So you've got 33 and 34 there. Interesting numbers to come out together. Nice progression. We've got 20 bugs. Okay. We have got 32. So look at that, 32, 33 and 34. You've got flying high, and you've got 21 books. You've got 20 and 21. Amazing numbers there, isn't that? Lovely synchronicity for things progressing really well for you in the year of 2026. So this strangers card here, I feel this is you meeting a lot of people or connecting with a lot of people that you don't already know in connection to your career or your business. I feel that Spirit is going to be bringing a lot of new people your way, and this is relating to some kind of expansion that is going on for you in your career. And these people are going to be instrumental in helping you to grow through your work, to grow your business and to grow financially actually as well. I feel that, connections with other people are going to allow you to fulfill your purpose, your destiny in relation to your work and your earning potential. Okay. It's like you're going to be helping each other out. You will be helping people in some way through being of service, and people will help you in bringing their finances, their wealth to you in exchange for what you are providing, and possibly also like a little bit of word of mouth could be going on here as well to help the business or your work expand, where people are talking about what you're doing in a really good way that is going to help you. This Bugs card here, this is an unusual image. But there are some really strange images on these cards. They're called the Dream Interpretation Oracle, if you're interested in those. But I feel as though, this child here is, again, it's giving this energy of being quite exceptional, being quite original. This child has got these insects on him or her, and they're looking at the images of the insects. And I feel that there's a few different messages coming through here. One is to do with noticing the details of something relating to work, where this is going to be quite key for you in 2026, is getting down to the nitty gritty of certain information that's going to be important in what you do. But also about, it's this energy of standing out and being different, because there's these two characters here in this image are both looking at this child and like as if they're quite unusual. And I see that as quite an important part of who you are, because there's something about you or something about what you do that stands out, that is different to what others are doing. Many people can do the same job, but when each person is being their authentic self, they are bringing something very unique to what they do that nobody else can do. And that's what I see you doing in 2026. And that is what is going to get you recognized and bring you in reward, recognition, getting you noticed, bringing you in financial abundance. Okay. As long as you focus on being your authentic self during 2026, which I do feel, Group 3, is something that you've been working really hard on, as personal growth, is to be your true self. That is what is going to make you fly high. We've got this lovely flying card. I do see you flying very high in 2026. This is like you reaching new heights that you have never reached before in your career. This is you doing really, really well. The figure on here, they're lying in the bed. They're actually awake. And I feel like this is you watching what's going on from this position of, when I say leadership, I don't necessarily mean the boss of a great big company, though it might be if it's relevant to you, but I feel you being the leader of your life. It's like you finally got to this point where things are going right for you because you have been putting in the energy and the effort and taking the action that's been needed. You've been learning those lessons, figuring out how to get around obstacles and growing throughout the whole process. And so you are now flying high and taking big leaps and big steps forward. And I feel that also, I mentioned here about getting into the gritty and noticing details and that being an important part of your career. But I'm also seeing a big picture influence here, where there'll be at some point during 2026, maybe in the latter half of the year, where you take a step back from what you're doing and you really look at how far you've come, and you start looking ahead at where you want to go and the next steps that you need to take to make that happen. It's like you will have a bird's eye view of where you've got to. And especially if there's anything that hasn't been making sense to you, having a bird's eye view really helps you to see things as a whole, and it helps things to make more sense. This books card here, I'm getting the sense of learning and studying and finding out what it is that you need to know. If you've got any areas in what you do and your talents or your skills or abilities where you feel like there's a little bit of a gap, this is you in 2026 doing what you need to do to fill in that gap, learning what you need to learn. It's like you're not afraid to brush up on your skills. You're not afraid of receiving feedback and constructive criticism of your work so that you can improve, because I feel this sense of you really wanting to improve, continuously continually throughout the year to keep being the best that you can be. And for some of you, this books card could relate to, it's quite a specific message, but I'm seeing children and reading, or children and books, or children and learning. Some kind of connection to children and books, reading, writing there could be quite key for some of you. Maybe not all of you, but certainly for some of you, there could be those connections that are quite relevant to you in 2026. Maybe something to do with school or education could be quite prominent for you. Now I'm going to get some cards from the Star Tarot deck. It's such a lovely energy that I'm picking up here. It feels as if you're moving into a time in your career that you've wanted to be for a long time, and for whatever reasons, it hasn't happened. And 2026 is that year for you when it is coming in. So yay, group 3. Absolutely fantastic. It's just what you need, isn't it? We've got Knight of Swords. That is a fast energy. Yeah, I see things moving quickly for you, I have to say. Something is going to come in 2026, and it's going to come in fast. Some kind of response. I'm getting the word response put into my mind. We've got 10, the Wheel of Fortune. I do feel that this is relating to the fact that things have been quite difficult for you in the past in relation to maybe putting in a lot of time and effort and not getting very far, and that things are turning around. The wheel is turning for you. We've got 15, the Devil, and number 7, the Chariot. Now I see these two cards here as first of all, the Knight of Swords and the Wheel. This is like fast change that's happening for you for sure, especially going into 2026, depending when you're listening to this. I feel like the beginning of the year could be like a fast change. Something comes in really, really fast for you. And then the Devil and the Chariot cards here, I see you really getting on top of things that have been challenging you in the past, where you've been maybe getting caught up in situations that have been a bit repetitive, or unhealthy habits, or negative mindsets, or negative beliefs, negative thoughts, things going around your mind, that kind of thing. I can see that changing for you with these two cards. It's like you're getting on top of that. You're figuring out how to pull yourself out of those influences when they come in, and I see you getting on top of that, and it doesn't pull you in like it used to do. And if it does come in, because these influences are always in our lives, aren't they? They are there to help us grow, but I see you taking charge. It's like in 2026, you are taking charge of your life. The year 226, it's a number 1 year. So for a lot of people, it is going to be a year that focuses on new beginnings, being independent and very brave. And so that influence is going to come into your life quite strongly. It depends what your personal numerology is as well. So you might want to have a look at that. But I see you making big strides into really stepping into your calling in the year 2026. These two horses, or Pegasuses, I don't know if there's a plural word for that, but the two Pegasus horses, that's easier to say, isn't it? They've got the horses with wings. There's a black one and a white one, which is relating to this energy of balance that I mentioned here with the number 33 number, and with the Devil as well, that's 15, which adds up to 6. That balances this 33 card really nicely. So there is this element of you bringing things into balance, where I mentioned about your finances being really balanced, where money is going to be coming in to balance money going out, and you're not going to need to worry about any of that. And I do see I'm getting the message from Spirit that there is going to be a financial increase for you as well. That's going to relate to your own personal circumstances, depending what they are. It's going to be different for each of you. I've also just noticed these numbers on these first cards. Spirit's just pointed it out to me with the numbers. That adds up to 2. That's 3. And then we've got 5, 6, and 7. Again, you've got this very strong forward momentum going on for you in 2026, where you're taking the next steps, you're not stumbling, things are progressing, things are making sense, things are moving forward. There are no more, I don't see any delays. The only card I would say that has come out so far that might signal an obstacle is the Devil card, but it's not really an obstacle. This is an opportunity for you to keep growing and for you to keep maintaining this strong sense of inner power and security, inner security, where you feel like you know who you are, you know where you're going, you know the decisions that you want to make, and you're not afraid of being assertive and courageous and brave when you need to be. It's like you've mastered those lessons, and they might still come in to test you because they always do, don't they? But you are on top of that. I see you getting to the top of those lessons and not letting them bother you. I do see, I mean, do you know what, numerology wise, because I'm really big into the numbers, but I'm really getting a sense of the number 8 energy is very significant for you, in 2026. It's the energy that's coming through the reading is giving me that feeling of the number 8 but number 8 can be quite intense, and I'm not getting the intensity, and that's a good thing. I'm getting a balanced energy with it, but number 8 is relating to success based on the past effort that you've put in. It's reward based on all the hard work that you've put in. It's empowerment, and those are really good energies. But it's also this influence of you not being afraid anymore. You know, if you suffered with anxiety or insecurity or lack of confidence or low self-worth in the past, you've got past that now, and that's what Spirit has been helping you to get past, to learn those lessons, to build those characteristics up inside of you, to build them up and up until they're stronger. And now this is who you are. This is more of your true self. Let's get some more cards. This is amazing. This is like the feeling of this reading this is what you've been waiting for in 2026. This is what you have been waiting for. I feel that Spirit is going to be walking very closely by your side, guiding you and helping you to meet the right people, to make the best decisions that are discerning and for your highest good, and where you're not compromising yourself anymore to please other people. You know, you are on top of your game here. Absolutely. We have got 13, renewal of peace. That is lovely. We've got 28, bountiful harvest. And 45, empowerment. Just been speaking about that. Oh, do you know what? We've got 2 cards. Another one obviously wanted to come out. That was 2 coming out together there. Let's see what that is, group 3. 3, celebrate differences. That is lovely. The message that I'm getting off that card, I mean, typically it relates to how we're all different and unique, and I've mentioned about that, about you being your authentic self. But I'm also picking up the message here about you celebrating how different your life is in 2026 compared to how it's been in the past. I feel like Spirit is saying, remember where you've come from, because you have done this. You have put all of this effort and energy to get where you are now, and celebrate that, group 3. It really needs to be celebrated in 2026. Jump for joy, give yourself a great big pat on the back, and treat yourself to something that you maybe couldn't have treated yourself to before. You know, really be really, really kind to yourself. This lovely renewal of peace is giving me this sense of balance and harmony that I mentioned at the beginning, where the tumultuous times of the past are mostly over. You know, there's always going to be some going on in life, isn't there? But I feel like you're in a much better place within yourself. And even when big challenges come in, you deal with them differently. And even when you're getting challenged with work or money, you're in a different place. You're in a better place with yourself, and you deal with them calmly and peacefully. That's this message I'm getting from that card. It's such a lovely, calm energy. This bountiful harvest, that is so wonderful for you, receiving such a lot, you know, from everything that you've been putting in over the years to get to where you are in 2026. This is the rewards of that coming in, okay? And it is going to be great. Some of you, I'm getting the word accolades put into my mind. So some of you could be receiving accolades for what you do. Take that if it resonates. Empowerment. Yeah, I've spoken about empowerment already, haven't I? Where this is your own inner empowerment. You know who you are. You know that you are good at what you can do, but you are also humble enough to recognize when you need to learn more, when you need to accept feedback, and when another person's opinion can really help you. It's like you're not afraid anymore. You're not afraid of others criticizing you, judging you. You take it on board, what's relevant, and you leave anything behind that is just nitpicking or not constructive. It's like you've got to the point where you are very discerning in your work and what you do, and you can make better choices now in 2026. Let's get a couple of final cards from the runes cards. I don't use these very often, but they were calling to me for this reading. So these are the ancient runes, but in the form of cards. I'm going to pick a couple. I don't know the runes off by heart, so I'm going to read their meanings. We've got Odal 22, that's that master number I mentioned at the beginning, which is this 22, bringing something into the world on a big scale. This is like also big balance in the world. And then we've got air, which is number 1. Fantastic. This lovely new beginning energy. So let's read their meanings of those. So 22 is... Odal is the rune for security, possessions, and creating confidence for the future. This rune is about prosperity and security in the home on a material plane. It is an indicator for your material well-being. Yes, that is it. You are getting the money coming in. You are receiving the success and abundance. We've had that come up in the reading already, haven't we? This rune suggests that you will have or already have the means to provide for yourself and those connected with you. Absolutely. I don't see any money struggles for you at all during 2026. It's such a lovely feeling. And then we've got the number 1 air card, which is new start. Yes, this rune could be regarded as lighting the way on a new project or situation. Air gives the potential to see a new perspective and gaining knowledge through doing something new. It is also the start of connecting with your higher self to seek guidance. It is a new beginning or renewed ambition. The shape of the rune suggests that this could symbolize Odin's tree, hence gaining knowledge through spiritual work and connecting with your higher self. That is absolutely lovely. This really says to me about you knowing yourself and knowing what you want, knowing how to go about and get it, and trusting yourself with the decisions that you are making in 2026. And it's like you're more in touch with your true self, your higher self, and your spiritual self than you've ever been before. And this will guide you so well moving forward. So I really hope that reading has helped you, Group 3. What an amazing year for you. I wish you all the best in 2026, and I'm sending you love from my heart to yours. Have a great year, my lovelies. Take care. Hello there, Group 4. You have chosen the happiness card. Look at that lovely card there. So in terms of this for your career and finances in 2026, it seems to me like things are boding very well for you. To get the happiness card straight off, I mean, that is a lovely sign that you are going to be enjoying the work that you're doing in 2026, and that you're going to be pleased with the money coming in, with your finances, with how much you're making. It's probably more than likely going to be balanced income and outgoing, possibly in the favour of more income. But we'll get some more cards and see what else is showing up for you in 2026. I feel that I am getting a sense that you feel very settled where you are as well at the moment. Whatever you're doing work-wise, it feels very settled, like you are comfortable with where you are, you know what you're doing, you've got good people around you if you work in an environment where there are other people. However your situation is, it feels like it's you're happy with it, you know? All right, let's get a few more cards. That one, and that one, and that one. Let's see what we've got here first of all. We've got forage. That's lovely. Beacon. And transformation. I'm going to get a couple more from another deck before I get into those. Do you know, I'm loving the colours of these two cards. They're very bright, like the red yellow colours, and then these two are more of a greyer colour. Do you know what? I think you've got a big change coming in with your work in the second half of the year. Like the first half of the year, I think that things are ticking along. You're enjoying what you're doing. It's coming along nicely. Things are going as planned. You're comfortable with it. You feel quite settled. But I think then in the second half of the year, there's going to be some kind of a change. But let's see what else we've got. 43, love matters, and 33, be gentle with yourself. Yeah, for sure. So, I am getting a split in the year. It might not fall halfway, but I am getting two very different energies going on in the year for your career, where for so many months, things are going to be ticking along nicely. You know, you're gathering what you need. You're feeling nourished. You're getting what you need. You're reaping the rewards of the seeds that you've sown previously. And there's a level of success and contentment there for you and fulfillment. But then I do see that there's a change coming in. You've got this transformation on the beacon card. I mean, this beacon card, this is like the light. There's a light on there and a light on there. And I feel as if something is going to be shown to you, or something is going to come to light, or something is going to change, that you're going to see something differently. Maybe something will change at work, or you'll change the way that you see your work, or people you work with, or how you see yourself in relation to your work. There's some big change coming where it's like, you'll get a different perspective on something, and it will be transformational, and then you won't be able to go back to how it was before. It's almost as if there's something that you haven't been seeing, and then you see it, and it's like, oh, well, this changes everything. And how this is going to relate to you, you know, it's going to be individual for your circumstances, because these are general readings, but I feel that you're going to want to change things after that. I'm getting this sense that things can't go back to the way they were before. Once you get this different perspective, and you're going to want to change things. This love matters and the be gentle with yourself, those two cards there, I feel like this change that's coming in might feel a little bit chaotic, or a bit of an upheaval, or it might be unexpected, although maybe not, because you're listening to this reading and it's letting you know that something is coming in. But I feel like it's going to upturn things in quite a big way. It doesn't have to be dramatic or difficult. It really depends on how you want to navigate this, and how you see what is changing to you, how you view it. You know, you might see it as a really good thing. You might see it as a negative thing. It is going to depend on your own personal perspectives and your, how you view the situation. But do you know what? It's just something I want to bring this in. The sun has just started shining on me as I'm talking about this reading, and I've just spoken about light in these two cards. So the sun, it's like the light is definitely going to shine on something in relation to your job or your career, and it's not going to be the same after that. And this is a good thing. So this isn't anything to fear, because this is going to align you to something higher, brighter, more truthful, something better, in whatever way that resonates with you. And Spirit is just saying, we're just drawing my attention to this Love Matters card. And they're asking you to focus on what's in your heart. And as I'm speaking, the sun is getting brighter and brighter, because, you know, what's in our heart is light and truth. And Spirit's saying it's important that you stay aligned with your truth in what happens. It could be that there's a shake-up at work, or something happens with a colleague, or there's something going on that makes you see things in a different way. And Spirit is saying, be gentle with yourself, be gentle with those around you in how you navigate these coming changes, because it is moving you onto a better path. Even if it doesn't feel like that straight away, it is going to move you onto something better that is more aligned with you, that makes more sense for you. And it's not that anything is going wrong or there's anything wrong with what you're doing. It's like something opens up to you. And it could even be that this is a new role or a new job, and it's like, oh, I hadn't thought about doing that before. And it throws you into this quandary where you think that would be perfect for me. And you it's maybe something you hadn't considered before, but all of a sudden it seems just right and it seems better. And even though you've been settled and happy with what you've been doing, this new perception or this new thing, whatever it is that comes in, is going to open your eyes to something much better. Now, let's get some more cards. But Spirit is saying, because this is going to feel like a bit of a big transition for you, they're just saying, don't worry, take things slowly, be careful, be kind to yourself, just be steady. You don't need to go rushing into anything. You don't need to make any sudden decisions. And however you're feeling, allow yourself to feel whatever you're thinking or feeling about what's going on, because it's okay and it's valid. And Spirit is just saying, engage in self-care, engage in lots of self-kindness. Let's see what else we've got going on. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Doesn't that tie in with what I've just been saying about being kind to yourself? Absolutely. Love yourself. I feel like for some of you, there might be something that does happen with another person at work that doesn't feel very good, what's going on. And then maybe you decide you don't want to be around that anymore and you want to make a change. The Spirit's saying you need to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and do what is right for you in the situation. We've also got take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So it might do you really good to take some time off from work, to have a think of things, to think things through, to have a feel your way into the situation as to what you want to do next. So again, you're not rushing into anything. So this is about slowing down and thinking about it, feeling your way through it, listening to your intuition, trusting your gut feelings. We've also got Enrama, where are you being called to journey to, which is lovely for the transformation card. Yes, this is a new path that is potentially opening up for you. No, just getting my words tongue-tied there. It might feel like that like there's a little bit of a stumble or on your path, where you might feel like there's a bit of a hiccup going on and you aren't sure what to do. I'm going to get some some tarot cards, next, to get some more messages about what is going on in your work situation. Yeah, I feel like when this change happens for you, when this light comes in and this truth is revealed, Spirit is saying, don't rush into anything. Don't be impulsive. Don't be rash with anything. Just take your time to think about what you want to do next. Because there is a path opening up, and Spirit saying it won't be clear straight away where the path is leading, or that, there might be more than one path opening up. And Spirit saying you need to take this time deciding what to do. So we've got 5 of Pentacles, King of Wands, the moon and the sun. Oh, that's interesting that those two cards have come out together. Really interesting. So the Five of Pentacles, that can feel like a bit of a hard time, like there's something going wrong, like you feel like you're lacking in something. But I feel as though looking at this card, it's giving me a sense of what I said, especially with it being next to the Star Mother card, about really needing to take care of you, of yourself, of doing what is right for you in this situation. If something has happened that relates to another person that doesn't feel like a very good experience, make sure that you are being really kind to yourself, Group 4, okay? Really take care of yourself in this, and don't get involved in any gossip or self-judgment or even criticizing other people. Spirit's saying step away from all of that drama, because you need to focus on you and what is right for you in this situation. It could be that something has blown up at work. Maybe it doesn't even connect to you, but it's created a situation at work. Or I'm getting a few different scenarios here because these readings are general. It could relate to another person. It might directly or indirectly affect you, but I do sense that there is something tumultuous, that's a word that's coming into my mind, that is going to happen at some point during the year for you, that is going to upset the apple cart, Spirit is saying. But I'm getting the sun on me again really brightly, and I feel that this is the light coming in where Spirit is going to show you the way, and you're going to receive the guidance that you need. So Spirit's saying you don't need to worry about this, but do spend some time in the quiet, in the stillness, so that you can calm your mind, calm your thoughts, get your emotions nice and balanced and settled, or release your emotions. If you need to release something, do it in your own personal private space. And once you release something, it makes a space for something new to come in. And also when you're in the stillness, Spirit can come in with guidance for you to help you to see the path ahead. You've got the King of Wands here, which is a really positive energy, but I do see there's a crow here in front of the sun. The crow can relate to a transformation, but like a more difficult transformation where this is something that needs to come to light. And sometimes when the truth comes to light, it isn't always easy to accept it. It can be difficult sometimes hearing the truth, but once it comes in, it brings light with it as well. And once that light settles, then we start to see, this is where the sun and the moon come in, because like the moon is that darker energy, where we can get stuck in fear and worry, and that connects in with the Five of Pentacles as well. But then when the sun comes in, it shines on the shadows that the moon casts, and we see that there was really nothing to be afraid of in the first place, and that everything is going to be okay. And whatever has happened, it needed to happen, and it needed to come to the surface and to come into the light for healing or clearing or releasing or whatever is relevant for your situation. But with this King of Wands, there's a lot of good, positive, abundant energy here. And again, in the sun, they're also very abundant. And that lovely forage card, there are a lot of abundant symbols that I'm seeing in this reading. So I don't see anything to really worry about, to be honest, Group 4. It's just that I feel that there might be a bit of a surprise or a shock coming your way. But with you listening to this reading, then you are prepared for it. Now, again, with the sun and the moon here on the right-hand side of the reading, because those are like opposite energies, masculine and feminine energies, a dark, light energy, that kind of thing. So they really help to bring balance in. The fact that they've come out together is showing you that this balance is coming in for you. So even if you do go through a little bit of a stormy time, as we see on the beacon card there, you see those high waves. It might feel like that for a short while, but I don't feel that it's going to last very long. And it's like, when we have a thunderstorm, storms need to happen to clear the energy, and that's what needs to happen for you, Group 4, in your work situation. There needs to be a storm to shake things up, to break things apart, so that things can be put back together in a better way, and that you can find a better situation or a better way ahead or a better way to deal with something, depending on what is relevant for you. Now, let's get some of these message cards. Spirit is saying to me repeatedly, focus on what feels right for you, what is right for you in this situation. Spirit keeps saying this. So there could be something going on with other people where maybe other people are trying to sway your judgment or make you see things a certain way, or maybe someone is trying to guide you down a path that you don't want to go down. But Spirit is saying repeatedly, make sure you are doing what is right for you, what feels right for you in this situation. Follow your own inner guidance, Spirit is saying. Don't listen to the guidance of others. Sometimes we are given messages to receive help from others, but in this situation, Spirit is saying no. Step back and be your own wise counsel. That's the energy of the moon as well, with the intuition is going within. Let's see what we've got. We've got a few cards here. Guidance. I've just said that. Isn't that wonderful? Divine forces are showing you the way to go. You are discovering another piece of your destiny and your purpose in life. Absolutely, group 4. You will be guided. You will be shown the way. And this is opening you up to something better. So only good can come of this. We've got strategy. You need a step-by-step plan of attack to reach the next level. Get the advice of someone who is already where you want to go. So I feel that if you're wanting to make some kind of a change in your job, then this is really good advice for that, for making a plan of action and then consulting someone that can help you with that, depending on what it is that you're thinking about, what you want to do. We've got saving face. Oh, that's interesting to come out. You may need to grin and bear it to maintain respect and keep your job, or you need to smile and make nice to get the position that you want. Yeah, this is that feeling I've had where something is going to happen at work where you either need to grin and bear it just for the time being, or there's somebody that you need to possibly impress or do well to get where you want to go. It might involve a little bit of homework or brushing up on some skills or something like that to get in to something better. I feel that it's giving me the sense of being tactful and diplomatic is that card. And then we've got good luck. That's wonderful. Your fortune is improving and you will get a lucky break soon. Collect nuggets of wisdom. You will need them in the near future. That's so lovely to get in this reading, just to assure you that everything is okay and you're on the right track. Nothing has gone wrong, and that Spirit is watching over you and good fortune is coming in, and that things are going to get better, because whatever happens to you in your work situation, the situation is there for you to learn from, to gain experience from, to gain wisdom from. And that is why this is happening for you. And it's to bring you to a higher position as well, group 4, not just necessarily to do with your job, but personally, spiritually, it's to help to elevate you. And we've got power position. Speaking of elevation. Oh, I love the synchronicity. You are being promoted or called to lead. Yeah, so you might be going for a better job, a step up, or a new company altogether. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. So you might be wanting to do something that is a little bit more meaningful, that requires you to help people or to be of service to others. It may be that you've realized that the job that you're doing at the moment doesn't give you enough of that. Maybe it isn't giving you very much sovereignty. You don't have much agency in your job, and you decide that you want more of that. And that is great. That gives you self-empowerment. It gives you inner strength. So that is a really good, look at the cards that are on this side, on the right-hand side, because that typically goes into the future. These are really positive cards where things are changing for the better for you, and you're getting into this position of empowerment that's more of you, more of the true you, more of the real you. Let's get a couple more final cards just to finish the reading off with, of some lovely energies that we can finish on towards the end of the year. They both turned over. Shall we have those? We've got Number 18, in accord with the lovely dove. There was another card with a dove on somewhere. That's a symbol of peace and spirit. So that's really positive for this reading. And solidity, that says in really small writing, giving me this sense that you are going to feel stable. I talked about the energies coming in, didn't I, towards the end of the year? This is your inner solidity. This is you feeling more grounded and stable with where you're going in relation to work. And then you've got number 6 here, light, sun. You've got the sun card twice. That is wonderful. That is the light that's coming in. So I feel like your situation at the moment, even though it's been going okay, it's like it's not right for you in some way and you haven't seen that yet. And that will come to light during 2026, where the sun is going to shine its light on you and show you the truth and open you up to something better so that you can make a better future for yourself and be more fulfilled, be more contented, make more of a difference, give yourself more agency and really empower yourself with sovereignty. And that's really what you want, Group 4. You want to step into that position of you being more of you, your authentic self, into this position of leadership, not necessarily in a leading role in your work, but that could come if that's what you want. But this is you taking the lead in your life and stepping up and being an example to others. You have definitely got this strong energy, this influence of light in your reading. It's come up several times in the cards, and I feel like some of you may be wanting to step into a position like that where you are a guiding light for others in some capacity. It could be giving guidance, it could be in relation to healing. It's helping people in some way that makes a difference to other people's lives, and that's what's going to make a difference to your life in such a wonderful way. Okay, Group 4, I really hope that you've enjoyed that reading. It looks like there is wonderful change on its way for you in 2026 that is going to break you out of a shell that you've been in, crack you open and set you on this new path that is so much better for you. So please don't worry when you go through this change. Spirit is saying everything is going to be okay. Step back from the drama and focus on doing what feels right for you. Okay, my lovelies, I hope you've enjoyed the reading. I'm sending you love from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care and I'll see you again.